Hi guys, I'm Shemi. So in this video, I'm just going to be talking about the NZ market. So the NZ market has been in a bit of a consolidation phase lately and we're not seeing much continuation higher. So a lot of these stocks are off the all-time highs at the moment, and that means that it's a bit confusing and a bit harder to find trades at the moment. So in front of me here, we just have a chart of the NZ50G. And for those of you that have been following me for a while, you know that I use the NZ50G to analyze market conditions. So the market conditions are the same as market sentiment as well. So basically market sentiment allows us to see whether there's buying happening in the market. So if there's good market sentiment, then we know that the NZ market is in a run-up phase. And a run-up phase is something where the NZ50G here will be trending higher. So let's just go through this and just see where we are at the moment. So here is the NZ50G. So I'm just on a daily chart here, and what we can see here is basically we just came out of a run-up phase over here. So you can see up here, just sort of an upwards channel. And what we've seen recently in the last few months is that we just saw a reversal here, and we saw sort of a slight thrust upwards, and it kind of went down again. It's kind of gone up again, and now it's kind of just sideways. So right now we're stuck in what I call a consolidation phase. So the consolidation phase is a bit of a phase where we don't know whether investors or institutions are either accumulating shares or they're distributing shares. So it's a bit of a confusion phase because, you know, during the run-up phase, there's a lot more trades you can find which have a higher probability of working. In the consolidation phase, stocks kind of go up, they kind of sell off, then they kind of go up and again. So it's a little bit confusing. It's hard to find consistency during a phase such as this. So let's just go through a few stocks in the NZ market and let's just see how some of the stocks are behaving. So on the right side here, we just have our NZX percentage gainers. So just sorted these out in terms of the highest percentage gainers of today, which is the 3rd of August. So let's just sift through these and just have a look. So this is the market conditions, the consolidation phase, and let's just see how some of these stocks are going. So this is Fonterra. So Fonterra just had a 5% jump today. So you guys all know that I don't really trade downtrending stocks, and you know that Fonterra had this sort of massive sort of upwards trend over here where the stock literally went from a consolidation phase over here from $4.30 up to about $5, which is like a 15% return in just 42 days. But after that, what you see is after every sort of extension, the stock price just went pummeling down. So from $5 all the way down to about, what's that, about $2 something. It just fell literally, about 44%. So tough for the people that invest in long term and, you know, holding up here for the long term, because they're going to be down about 44% now, and they're going to turn into long term holders and they're just going to continue holding. Let's just have a look here. So here we saw like the perfect double bottom in Fonterra as well. So I don't trade double bottoms, but if it's part of your guys' trading strategy, then it can be perfect. But just remember with these downtrending stocks that as soon as they start going up, that there will be a reversal at some stage. So if it does go up, then you want to make sure that you are getting out at sort of a thrust. And this is something I did a trade a while ago on CBD, and it was a successful trade. I think I did it around about over here somewhere. So we saw the little, even though it was downwards trending, I made a trade and it was like a sneaky one. I knew that it wasn't going to be a sustainable uptrend because it's already in long term. So I just did a sneaky sort of like, I think it was from 40, I can't remember. It was like a little one from like a 60, what was it over here? Yeah, I think I did one about from 44 cents to 40 or 47 to like 49, something like that. And it was a successful trade, but I made sure that I got out quick. I wasn't going to hold for the long term because I'm not a long term holder, because at the end of the day, we want to keep our capital. We want to be using our capital to trade consistently over a certain period of time when you see trades. So that was Fonterra. We also saw tourism holding. So this one's a bit of in a sort of a choppy phase as well. So you kind of see it's kind of just going up and down all over the place. So how are you going to trade something like that? That's the thing. I mean, if you want to be a really long-term holder, I'm talking about like 6-7 months, then obviously you could, place a trade here and just put it down like a, low here and just put up here somewhere. But that's going to take quite a while to play out. And you're mostly an investor if you're doing that type of stuff. Let's see some others. So here we go. So everything's kind of just chopping around. Nothing's at all-time highs. Everything's kind of consolidating because the market's in a consolidation phase as well. So at some point the market will come out of a consolidation phase and will either come back into a rundown phase or into a run-up phase. And that's when we'll see a lot of these stocks starting to go up again. And that's when we can take advantage of, good price movements, 5-10%. So here you see, so bunch of stocks out there just kind of consolidating. There's not much action in the markets. So this is the type of stuff we want to be seeing, like this type of stuff right here. So this is the type of stuff that'll make you money. Because if you can get into like periods like this, and obviously if you can make about 20%. So obviously if you had like 10 grand, you can make like 2 grand. If you had like 20 grand, then you can make like 4 grand. So perfect. Alrighty. Yeah, so that's basically just a little about the NZ market at the moment. So we're stuck in a sort of a consolidation phase. So we want to make sure that we're trading during a run-up phase because that's when the best gains will come. If we're in a rundown phase, and normally what we want to do is just sit on the sidelines and wait for some sort of reversals. You can take a few quick scalps here and there, similar to what I did on CBD. But at the end of the day, it's all about being careful and managing your risk and waiting for the right opportunities to come to you. Sweet. So that's my video for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. So if you haven't already, then subscribe to this channel for trading tips on the NZ market. Also like the video. I'd appreciate that. And any comments, just put in the section below and I'll do my best to get back to you guys. Also have an Instagram as well. So it's @solodaytrader. So if you want to message me anything, just message me through there and I'll get back to you when I can. In the meantime, happy trading.